Hey, welcome to TE 351, Math Methods and Intervention Techniques for K through 12. I'm Josh Cooper. I'm going to be your instructor for this course. This is my first semester with Ohio Christian, but it's not my first semester in higher ed. I've taught similar courses at other universities, so you guys are in good hands. This course will give you the opportunity to look at and practice instructional methods that are beneficial in the math classroom for students with diverse learning needs. It's very important that you guys, when you design these lessons that you're going to teach in these classes, that you take into account the ability level and the performance of each student that you will be working with. It's going to be difficult for you guys to know a lot about your students, so you need to rely heavily on your classroom teacher, and hopefully they can help guide your instruction and help you develop lesson plans that will be beneficial for everybody. With that in mind, you guys are starting your field experience on the 21st. You have 40 hours that are required for this course. Dr. Jones has probably already emailed you about your placement and your cooperating teacher. So in the next couple days, I need you guys to go ahead and email them, let them know how appreciative you are of the opportunity to come in their classroom, and kind of set up a schedule for the days that you're going to go. Remember, they are letting you into their classroom, so you guys need to be cooperative and be respectful. Ultimately, you are representing our university, and above all, you're representing Christ. So it's important that you guys model Christ-like attitudes and behaviors when you go into these classrooms. As far as the schedule, every Wednesday I'm going to upload a video just talking about what's expected in the assignment, how I viewed other assignments, maybe some things from the chapter, and then Friday your assignments will be due. So when we talk about the goals of this course, they're all outlined in the course objectives. I'm not going to read it to you guys. I hate going and watching videos where people read things that they've already presented me. I can read it myself. You do know the academic dishonesty policy. You know that if you need to disclose to disability services, that needs to be done at the Office of Disability Services. When we talk about our outline for this course, starting this week, you guys have some reading due, pages 3 through 30, and you have an annotated bibliography, number 1, that is due Friday at 11:59. So what does an AB look like? An AB is a one-page document. At the top, you have an APA citation, and then you have half-page summary, half-page analysis. What I'm going to be focusing on heavily in my grading is the analysis part. If I want to read the article, I'll probably just pull it, so don't focus so heavily on the summary. I need to know how you guys plan on using this in your classroom, how it's going to guide your instruction, or if you find it not important at all. So, and that's okay too. Just be honest with your analysis and thorough. When we talk about the lesson plans that are required, you guys need to do 7 mini lessons. These need to be 10 to 15 minute videos that should be uploaded on YouTube and then should be accompanied by a university formatted lesson plan. These are fictional lessons, so you don't have to focus on a specific grade, a specific task. It's up to you. Your final 4 do need to be a thematic unit from the state learning standards for mathematics. And basically the reason we do that is so that you can practice planning typical work week. 4 days of instruction, 1 day of assessment. But for you guys are planning 1 week in 8 weeks, 1 week in 8 weeks. So that's pretty easy. There's a final exam. And as far as your field experience goes, you will be evaluated by other faculty. They will get that to me, so you don't need to worry about putting that in your digital portfolio. But in that portfolio, you need to have your timesheet, and you also need to have your lesson plans. So there should be 7 lesson plans for your 7 different lessons that you teach while you are in the classroom. Finally, when we're looking at the text, it's important for you guys to pull out the most important parts or the most impactful parts of the test to kind of look at what you want to do for your annotated bibliography. I think the most important part and the most beneficial part of this chapter falls on page 13, and it continues. It continues for a while as they explain the explicit teaching principles and an instructional cycle. There are other ways of instructing special needs classrooms. This one is very beneficial. It's very structured. Kids tend to like this. Another thing to look at would be the direct instruction principle. Those are just things for you to think about when you're going into this. And you're starting this annotated bibliography. I will give an exemplar to Dr. Jones to print off and give to you guys. So hopefully you guys will see what I'm expecting from a good AB. Finally, I just want to read the quote from John Wesley that I put in the syllabus that says, do all the good you can, by all the means you can, in all the places you can, at all the times you can, to all the people you can, as long as you can. Remember that you guys are in the most difficult field in education. What a typical school day looks like for us is an atypical day for everybody else. What we think a lesson should look like may not be how it goes. As intervention specialists, you guys need to be flexible, and you guys need to be able to adapt to the needs of your students as they change throughout the period, let alone throughout the day and throughout the year. But your ultimate goal should be that each day you do something good for each kid. Remember that we are to be Christ-like examples for these kids, and it's okay for us to start putting Christ back in the classroom through our actions. Okay, so with that, good luck, have fun in your field, and God bless.